What's up, and welcome to our podcast, Toast to Tea.
We're two friends that love the world of celebrity and pop culture and talking about it with you.
To join our world of celebrity, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our podcast. Now hit it.
It's about that time.
Wait, where's the Chris Cam?
To say cheers to our world of celebrity.
1000%.
They're back together, and it feels just right.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya.
Raise your glass.
I'm Maddison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
Because it's our moment to
Toast to tea.
Yes, Courtney, episode 10. Can you believe it?
Girl, we made it.
We made it. Double digits. Move on to triple digits, honestly.
I know, right? I'm glad that that we're doing this podcast just because I think that we're just kind of like building a really cute, positive platform that is still reminiscent of what we used to do, which is still what we're doing now.
Oh, exactly. And the best part about it is, and we were just talking about this before we hit record, the fact that we're in charge. And
Yeah.
I feel like we've never had that before together. Obviously, you've been in charge of what you've been doing over on your channel. I've been in charge of what I'm doing on my channel. But this is really the first time together that we get to be the bosses together, which is actually so much fun. And I like to think we're only bosses of each other. So we're having a lot of fun. But also too, Courtney, should we tell them how we're celebrating episode 10? Because it's going to be an extra smidgen of tea this week. Next week, I guess, technically.
This episode is coming right before our exclusive interview.
Yes!
First interview with Miss Tolu from The Trust. We just sat down with her today, actually, at the time that we're recording this. And we got a lot of good tea, and I thought that she was great. She's great.
She's fantastic. You guys are going to be obsessed. First interview, so freaking excited. And Courtney and I were not sure. I don't know, Courtney, why we always are like, how long are we going to be able to talk? Courtney and I could talk for 78 hours straight and still not
we
be
the jabber
sick of it.
jaws.
So we decided after the conversation, we want y'all to hear the entire thing in its entirety in its own episode. So our exclusive interview with Tolu is going to be out next Wednesday, you guys. So mark your calendars, set your alarms.
Watch the show. Watch The Trust on Netflix.
Yes.
Give yourself time to catch up and introduce yourself to Tolu.
Honestly, it's kind of a best case scenario. You guys know I'm not the best at keeping up with the reality TV, except for my Housewives and Vanderpump. Courtney put me on The Trust, watched it. Then obviously we got to interview Tolu, which was so exciting. But truthfully, you guys, it is so good. So for my people who are like, what reality show are Maddison and Courtney making us watch now?
It's good.
It's good, you guys. It's good. Also, there's this adorable older woman on it. You know, I'm a sucker for old people. Like it's people from all ages, all walks of life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Netflix always gets the casting right in terms of the diversity.
Mhm.
You know, I always appreciate that. Go ahead, Netflix.
It is so good. And if you guys need Netflix and people to host a Trust after show, just saying.
We're ready.
We're ready. The skin is glowing. We're ready. We're ready, Netflix. Give us a call.
Bam.
Exactly.
Oh, Maddison, should we tell them about our wild and crazy evening?
Yes.
Other evening?
The evening that you guys we did not plan on being wild and crazy. Courtney was being the best friend ever, getting me out of the house because he knows I've been going through it, as y'all know as well. And so he was like, let's get you out of the house. You'll be in bed early. And
I literally said that, Maddison.
You literally said, I know you'll be in bed by 10, which is, you know, the grandma status in you love, I do. But Courtney and I are also those friends that we're let's go out for a drink and we have 4.
Yeah. It was like, let's have a drink. And then I had 2. You had 2 glasses of wine. Then we went to Schwartz and Sandy's to celebrate the Vanderpump Rules premiere with Schwartz exclusively. And we had a couple more drinks there, did a shot ski with Schwartz there. And like we were trying to leave and we were saying bye to Schwartz. And Schwartz was like, do you want to do a shot ski? We said,
I was going to say, we were being responsible. You guys,
were in the parking lot.
We were in the parking lot. We were in the parking lot. For those of you who don't watch Vanderpump Rules, Tom Schwartz is one of the main girlies. Not the worm with the mustache, Tom Sandoval.
Not the Sandoval.
Not Sandoval. Okay, obviously we have integrity. But Schwartz He always weasels his way back into people's hearts. No, we were in the parking lot. We were fully trying to leave. He saw Courtney and I leaving, and he knew that, well, I was a little irritated because we waited so freaking long to get drinks. Courtney knows.
Well,
My
Madison,
patience was
I didn't
wearing
even tell you what
thin.
happened after you left. The girls that cut in front of us, they came up to me after you had pulled off, and then the girl was like, "Oh my God, hi! Like, what's your name?" And by that time of the night, girl, the Courtney revolution was gone, and the real Courtney was there, girl. I said, "Hi, I'm Courtney. You cut in front of me at the bar, and I had to wait an extra 15 minutes to order my drink."
Oh my gosh, I wasn't there for that. I'm so mad.
No, I said it with a straight ass face, and she was
Good.
like, "Oh my God, should I just leave? Should I just leave? Should I just leave?" I was like,
Yeah, you should.
"Yeah, you should."
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my God, should I just go home?" I was like, "Yeah, you should go home."
These girls cut in front of us. Let me preface. So Courtney and I are waiting patiently. You know, we are
so patient, Maddison.
We are Tauruses. We are rule followers. We had already had drinks at dinner. We were fine. We are good to wait. You know what I mean? We're waiting patiently, and these three girls come up, bam, elbow check me, which I was already, the girl knew I was irritated because then I looked at her and she goes, "Oh my God, you look just like Ariana." Because I have short blonde hair. I do not look like Ariana Madix, which I wish I looked like Ariana Madix, but no, absolutely not. So then she keeps trying to talk to me, and then finally they cut us, get their drinks, and then they're like, "Oh my God, move forward." I was like, "No." And I told Courtney, I said, "I have a connection to Tom Schwartz. I've already met him once. Courtney can attest." And I said, "I'm going to track him down and get us free drinks." I was so irritated. And so I surely did. And they were having audio-visual issues, but I like honed in on him and I was like, "Schwartz, we have a mutual connection. I've met you before. And me and my friend have been waiting way too long for drinks." And he's like, "Okay, I'll get you. By that time, Courtney already got drinks, found us. And so that's why after that, we were like, we're not waiting 45 minutes again. We go to the parking lot. Then Schwartz saw us and was like, "I owe them a drink." And hence why we were doing the forced, but also voluntary shot ski. And that's what pushed us over the edge. We were so good until the shot ski.
Schwartz and the shot ski.
That's really should be the name of this episode. Schwartz
and the shot ski. That's good.
But it was fun though. Honestly, if someone,
I had a great time.
Schwartz or anyone asks you to do a shot ski, even if you're already in the parking lot, you go in and do it. Are you ever going to regret it? No, I didn't regret it.
I'm practicing for when we're on Watch What Happens Live and Andy asks us to do a shot ski. That's all that was.
And I'm going to need a step stool because I did get schmutz all down the front of me because everyone's so much taller than me. It wasn't that bad, but a bit of pineapple juice did dribble down the chin. Thank God I was wearing black so you didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I know because I real quick. I said, "Oh my God, that was amazing. I love tequila and pineapple juice. That's slightly warm."
But a great night, a great episode, and great hospitality by Schwartz at the Schwartz and Sandy's. Correct?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. A great evening. I had so much fun. I would do it again.
Madison. I'm glad we went out.
I'm so glad we went out too. We had a fantastic time, and yeah, no regrets. I never regret a night that we go out on a school night.
No. Oh, no, never that, girl.
No, it's always the most fun. Absolutely. Okay, Courtney, should we go ahead and get into the tea? Because we got a lot to get into.
Let's get into the TTT.
Cheers. I need my water.
Girl, my coffee empty from the total interview, but girl, I got a little swig, girl.
I saw you. I was like, he's trying to milk that coffee as long as he can.
Literally, Madison.
Okay, Courtney, obviously the first topic that we have to talk about, because I've been dying to talk about it with you. I even told you when I saw you at Courtney and Sandy's, I was like, I save it for the podcast because I want to hear unfiltered opinions on the podcast. Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. So for those of you who missed it, Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion are in a beef right now. This all started when Megan Thee Stallion seemingly came for Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, in her song Hiss. In this track, she makes a reference to Megan's Law, which is a federal law that requires sex offenders to notify law enforcement when they change addresses. As you all know, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, is a registered sex offender. He did have a little run-in here in LA. So that is why Nicki Minaj heard that line and was like, she was coming for me.
And the run-in, y'all, just for clarity, was that he did not register.
Yes.
So Megan's law requires that offenders notify law enforcement when they change addresses. So it's very specific. You feel me?
He got pulled over in Beverly Hills here. He got pulled over. I think he got pulled over for just a traffic stop. They looked him up and realized that he didn't register, and that's why he ended up getting a little run-in, but it's fine. It's been resolved.
It's been resolved. I just wanted to make it clear to the listeners that she's being specific, because the big argument is, well, how did Nicki know Megan was talking about her? Obviously, it's a very specific situation.
It's pretty obvious. And again, I want to reiterate, it's been resolved. It was resolved like over a year ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nicki Minaj heard this, got irritated, released her own response and diss track towards Megan Thee Stallion called Bigfoot. And Nicki Minaj goes in on Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, she references Megan's late mother, her ex-boyfriend, the Tory Lanez situation. In addition to that, Nicki Minaj has also been going off on X, formerly known as Twitter. Courtney, most recently, as of last night, she did an X Spaces with Joe Budden, and she called out Megan's interview with Gayle King that she did after the Tory Lanez shooting. And during this interview, Megan was obviously very emotional. She garnered a lot of sympathy for her situation. I think it really showed people Megan's perspective in all of this. And on the X Spaces, Nicki accused Megan of making guys like Tory Lanez and DaBaby out to be attention-seeking bad guys and trying to have her Rihanna moment. Because after Rihanna had her situation with Chris Brown, she also did an interview. But Nicki pointed out how during Rihanna's interview, she was trying to move past the Chris Brown situation and chalk it up to them being young. Nicki says that Rihanna wasn't milking anything. Meanwhile, she said Megan, quote, needs constant effing sympathy. So this beef is just boiling over.
Madison.
And I know this is hard for you because you love Nicki and you have shown a lot of love to Megan. So
of course.
I know it's hard.
I'm just a fan of female rap.
Period.
In general. You get what I'm saying? But of course, y'all know I love Nicki Minaj, period. Here's the thing, Maddison, and I know our longtime listeners are laughing because when they know I'm about to do the most and get sidetracked. Here's the thing, Maddison. Nicki and Megan have both been dissing each other for some time now, both of them, right? Mm-hmm. At what point does someone say enough is enough? I want to make it clear, since there's the big argument of Nicki bringing up Megan's deceased mother. I want to start off by saying maybe I would not have done that. However, I'm not a rapper. This is a rap beef, Maddison. Do you know that people lose their lives over rap beef? Biggie. Too.
Yeah, I was going to say
the list goes on and on.
History does show us that.
You get what I'm saying? So when people say things like, well, she shouldn't have brought up Megan's deceased mother, they don't like each other. Why do you want them to be respectful? Or why are you expecting them to be respectful? Is the first thing. First point. My second point is this. Nicki Minaj is saying that Megan Thee Stallion publicly swore on her mother's soul, or partisan party, the ex-boyfriend said that Megan swore on her mother's soul that she was not intimate with Tory Lanez, DaBaby, etc., etc. Then it was found out in court that, obviously Megan has to come forward and say, hey, that was the situation. So Nicki saying lying on your dead mama, maybe the delivery and choice of words is wrong, but that's Nicki trying to express that Megan is a liar. That seems to be the overarching theme of a lot of the things that Nicki is saying, is that Megan is a liar. Megan has this Rock Nation machine behind her trying to, push sales, etc., etc. And maybe those things aren't as important. But what I took away from it, Maddison, was that, of course, I'm going to say people are just looking for any reason to hate Nicki Minaj. But what I do want to say is I think the Bigfoot song would have been better received had Nicki not just been seriously tweeting. Because people are being really critical of the song. But even on my TikTok video, It's not even like mostly about the song. People are just mad that Nicki tweeted over the weekend. And I'm like, if you were just mad at that, then just say that. But Nicki's point was, I can literally write a song in 48 hours while Megan has been working on this since before October. And Nicki's song is charting, whether y'all like it or not. And it's charting right next to Megan's. That was the point. It's not supposed to be a hit. It's not supposed to be some big, huge, like, I'm going to eclipse Megan. The point was, girl, I could throw out a little caca track while Megan got video, everything else, and still chart next to her. You get what I'm saying? And that's why they want to take Nicki out, is her point.
No, for sure. For sure.
I hope I articulated that right, y'all.
No, you did. You did. And I do think, like, for me, initially, when I heard the late mother thing being brought up, I was like, kind of exactly what you said. Like, ooh, I don't think I would go there. But I even said this earlier this week on my channel, too. It is still a rap battle, though. And the whole point of a rap battle is you go for the jugular. That is the jugular. You know? I don't know. I think it is just, it's tough, and I agree with you.
Are there in a rap beef, Maddison?
I agree. And also, I think you're right about the tweeting thing beforehand, because I think people were seeing her tweet like that, and I was saying, like, oh, it's giving Kanye, it's giving erratic, it's giving blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God, they immediately go to the, oh my God, she's spiraling. That's the number one. She's spiraling and she's on coke. That drives me.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Oh, Maddison, all over my Twitter, calling Nicki Minaj a cokehead anytime she tweets things that they perceive to be erratic. When honestly, Maddison, for people, I mean, I've been following Nicki Minaj since like 2009. None of this is new.
That's what I was.
To me, Nicki has said worse things in her music than this.
I also just feel like she was defending herself. You come for somebody's, at the end of the day, and I feel the same way. You come for me, okay, fine. But you come for my family and my friends, well, now I have to end you.
This is the, and that's however you feel about Kenneth Petty, this is still the father of her child.
Exactly. However you want to feel about him.
Not even defending Kenny, but that's the father of her baby, her innocent baby child.
Yeah.
What did y'all expect? They expected Nicki to just ignore it while they kikied and laughed about it on Twitter. And Nicki said no. And now everybody's upset because she didn't beef with Megan in the way that they wanted. That's what it is.
Again, this is another situation where sometimes I don't even think it's necessarily fans of either person being involved in causing this drama on social media. It's people who are bored and just want to somehow throw their hat in the ring to have any part of this conversation. And I think that's also something you need to really think about whenever you're looking at criticism of both women.
Absolutely.
Some of the people who are being really out of pocket are actually not even fans of Megan or Nicki. They're just people who are bored and behind a computer and want to somehow get involved in the conversation for no reason. They really have no skin in the game. You know what I mean?
Just jobless and bored, girl. Jobless and bored.
Exactly. Which, speaking about someone who's trying not to be jobless, let's move on and talk about Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Lord, girl. Not J-Tim.
JT. So, Justin Timberlake released a new single called Selfish. It's off of his upcoming 6th studio album. This is the first single he's released by himself in a really long time. Obviously, it was met with a lot of backlash from Britney Spears fans, given their past, given what we learned about Justin Timberlake and Britney's memoir. In fact, Courtney, I don't even know if you saw this, but at one point, Britney's fans had one of her older songs with the same title, Selfish. Yes, higher in the charts than Justin Timberlake's. They were coming for a vengeance. To our surprise, though, Britney Spears this week actually showed support and love to Justin on Instagram. She posted a video of him on Jimmy Fallon, and in her caption, she wrote, "I want to apologize for some of the things I wrote about in my book. If I offended any of the people I genuinely care about, I'm deeply sorry. I wanted to say I'm in love with Justin Timberlake's new song, Selfish. It's so good, and how come every time I see Justin and Jimmy together, I laugh so hard?" In addition to that, we also have a new report from Us Magazine where a source shared that Justin is, quote, trying to not let Britney fans get him down. And the insider went on to say that Justin, quote, believes his music and performance will speak for itself, and he's looking forward to connecting with his fans from the stage again. Thoughts?
Maddison. You ain't see what happened?
With the Britney thing?
Y'all ain't? Maddison, last night, Justin Timberlake got his flat ass up on that stage and was starting to perform Cry Me a River. And right before the song started, he said, I want to formally apologize to absolutely effing nobody. And everybody has been dragging him since last night.
I feel like people have been dragging him for weeks.
You have an album to promote. Why would you get your ass up there and say that? After Britney literally just apologized to you.
Because he's not.
Why would he
his
do
head.
that?
He's not using the brain that's underneath the ramen noodles of his hairstyle. I don't know.
Not the top ramen.
I don't know. You know, I have not really been a big fan of Justin Timberlake, even pre all of this new Britney stuff that we found out. Remember when he had the issue with the co-star?
Yeah, you know that I was just about to say.
He was PDAing with the co-star. Jessica Biel's at home with your babies, and you're out here getting drunk in New Orleans, crossing the line. Ever since then, I have looked at him differently. I haven't been able to look or listen to his music in the same way. All of this Britney stuff has just added to that. And I get in his mind on stage, he was probably like, let me lean into the villain. Let me lean into being the villain. Let me lean into the hate, because if I lean into it, then what are they going to say? However, miss the mark.
Yeah.
Miss the mark, because that's not the kind of villain you are. Unfortunately, you're not a reality villain. You are, your character is looking bad. And with times being tough and things being expensive, why on earth would I want to spend my hard-earned mother effing money on somebody who's just up there kind of being a douchebag?
I agree. For me, it was like, let me say this. The song is not bad. It's dated. That's
I said it sounds just like all of his other stuff.
And I agree. That's a problem, number one. And girl, NSYNC. You're doing all of this, girl. Just give us the NSYNC tour. We don't want none of this.
No, he wants them singing background vocals. They're singing background vocals on his new album, because he was on Kelly Clarkson this week too, being like, oh, I was in the studio with the boys. And then everyone was like, oh my God. And it's like, no. And then someone came out and spoke to TMZ and was like, ooh, we need to manage some expectations here. They were just there singing background vocals. Big NSYNC girly. I've seen Backstreet Boys in concert. They're great. But I agree. Just give me the NSYNC reunion. And I think Justin knows now he needs it, because initially he was always too big for his britches to do an NSYNC reunion. They always wanted to do it. He was too good. Now he needs them. He needs them, period. I think
the song is not good enough to be acting like this.
Yeah, more than that. And the fact he's still performing Cry Me a River, I get it's one of your biggest hits, but not the time. Not the time. Yeah. Okay, Courtney, let's move on and talk about another freaking mess of a situation.
Not these people.
I had to add it to the docket because I need to know your thoughts.
Okay.
Because I've been seeing this and my mind is just blown. So you guys, we're going to talk about Blueface and Christian Rock. So Blueface is, Courtney, should we call her an on and off?
Isn't her name Krishan?
Krishan.
Maddison, this is not, I'm not going to be honest, this is not I follow them. I see the stuff, but I don't think I've ever physically heard her name before. I thought her name would be Krishan.
I've seen it both ways. So we could be both wrong. Who knows? Anyway, moral of the story, because this is really what I want to ask you. Mm-hmm. She posted on social media that she got a tattoo of Blueface, like a portrait of him on her face, on her cheek. Okay. Everyone has been talking about this. This has been all over the shade room because his mom reacted to it and was like, I don't know why she would do that. And I just need to know, do you think that you would ever love somebody enough?
Nor. Not even my child.
Tattooed on your face?
No, ma'am. No, and she's an idiot. Sorry.
Sorry.
I
saw that and I was just like, I know you guys have had toxic back and forth only because of what I've seen in the headlines and on social media. But this just feels insane. And I know that they have a child together, but I just can't imagine. I can't imagine being so down for somebody that I'm going to tattoo them on my face.
I thought they broke up.
I thought they were broken up too.
That's why I was shocked when I saw
Well,
the headlines to begin with.
That's why I say, do we say on and off again? Do we say X? Do we say, because why is an X getting a tattoo of the man's face on her face?
Where are the friends? Because I wouldn't let my friend do this. I'll put you in a headlock before I let you do this.
No, Courtney, if you came to me, Courtney, if you came to me at all and said, I'm going to get this man's, not even his face, name, something.
Oh my God, Noor.
Can you imagine what I would say to you as you would say to me? If I came to you and was like, Courtney, I did a thing, you would smack me and Warren said.
You're insane.
You would pop me in the nose and you should pop me
Not
in the
nose.
You should.
Maddison, you got your damn clown nose on.
Like, it's just crazy to me.
I couldn't imagine. Tattoo artists should have like ethics, right? Why would you do that?
That's how I feel too. I'm like, even if it's for the bit, a tattoo is a personal bit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not washing off. This is crazy. I'm still waiting for her to come out and be like, LOL, joke's on me. But no, the tattoo artist like released behind the scenes stuff. This has really enthralled me this week. So that's why I just had to add it to the docket, because I just can't imagine being so down for someone that I would tattoo a picture of them on my face.
That is, I feel sad for her.
And we have tattoos. We're not anti-tattoo. Let me just go ahead and clarify that right now. We have tattoos. Courtney and I both. Courtney has a couple bigger ones than me. I have my little basic V tattoos. But yeah, look at that. If you're watching the video, he is showing off his tattoos on his buff arms.
Yeah! We had a workout day at the gym yesterday.
That's right. But so we're not anti-tattoo.
No.
It's just anti-portraits on your face of people who you're not in a committed relationship with. Or ever, honestly.
Yeah, the SoundCloud rapper era is over. So I don't know. It's giving like Lil Pump.
Oh my gosh, I haven't.
Remember Lil Pump?
Yes.
Lil Pump,
Lil Pump forever. That was crazy. That really was a like blast from the past flashback to old job where we weren't like, we knew we couldn't make videos because people didn't care that much, but you and I would be enthralled with drama.
Yeah.
That was like the pre-tea drama of Courtney and I discussing things that we were both like, crazy, right? Crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay, now that we've established we're not getting anyone tattoos or face tattoos on our face, let's move on and talk about Sophie Turner, because you know I'm a Sophie Turner stan.
Ooh.
I'm Team Sophie over Joe Jonas in this divorce. But Sophie went IG official with her new man, the aristocrat.
Oh, she
said it's giving rich, and I said, girl, do it. Do it, do it, do it. His name is, his nickname is Perry Pearson. His official aristocratic name is very long. We're not getting into that. Perry Pearson. Courtney, she posted several photos of them on like a double date ski vacation. Super cute. She's having fun, living her best life. But I'm irritated because people were mom shaming her in the comments.
Saying, like asking where are your kids?
Oh yeah, where are your kids? You're partying without your kids. You're with your new man. Did I miss the chapter where moms aren't allowed to have their own lives?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Y'all know she got the nannies.
And
I'm sure she got some nannies.
An ex-husband who was begging to split custody.
Joe, where you at? Maybe they was with Joe.
Let's use our brain cells, people. I know it's sometimes hard, but realistically, do you think she's leaving her kids alone in a hotel room?
Yeah, no.
They're probably with their father or with childcare, like
familiar childcare at that.
Let her be out with her man. I don't.
People are weird. People are weird, and they always have an opinion.
And it irritates the living you know what out of me sometimes. It really kills me. But in addition to that, thank you. And you know what? Things are going well because we got some tea on their relationship. So in addition to that, a source told Us Magazine that Sophie and Perry are getting more serious fairly quickly. The source said that there was an immediate spark between them when they started dating, and they've continued to grow closer. And this insider also noted that Sophie did not expect to find someone she cared about this quickly, but she couldn't help but fall for Perry. I'm happy for her.
I'm happy for her too, especially with all the drama with the kids and the back and forth. They deserve a little happiness. Both of them deserve a little happiness.
Okay,
we need more good Jonas Brothers music. He deserves a little happiness.
Okay, so he's dating a model named Stormy Bree. So
come on, Storm.
I'm not hearing I'm not hearing about them being super serious. Okay.
They're keeping things private and
I'm just
under
kidding.
wraps.
I know. I've got to reel in my Joe. I think what just really irritated me about Joe was the smear campaign he tried to do on Sophie initially.
Yeah.
And I'll get over it. I'll forgive it, but I won't forget it because that's true Taurus fashion. We forgive, we don't forget. So I will move on. I will stop eventually, dragging Joe. But if he slips up one more time, Courtney, permission to just add him to the junk punch in public list.
I literally was going to say, are you going to junk punch him
permanently?
Next? He's up there with Tristan.
He's up there. Someone else got added this week too, Tony Romo, and we'll get into that whenever we get to Taylor and Travis. He got added to my list too.
Tristan got kicked off he's like suspended from the team
because
he 25 games, for the drugs or something like that.
25 games, no pay, because he tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug.
People already said he's not a good basketball player to begin with.
I know.
So I guess that's why.
Well, that's why he was obviously taking the performance-enhancing drugs, but then it backfired on him, obviously.
Kardashians must be coming back soon.
But my thing is, Courtney,
quiet.
How this shows me that he's not changing as much as he's saying.
Ooh.
Because this is still a character integrity.
Mm-hmm.
This goes to those characteristics. Yes, obviously, it's not a cheating scandal because he's not dating anyone. So it should be pretty easy for him to not cheat if he's not in a relationship. But this still goes to your character, I feel.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I wonder how long he had been using them and if everybody knew. Like, how did he wind up getting caught?
I don't know, but he
got tested, right?
Yeah, they tested. And the NBA came back and was like, you're suspended 25 games, no pay. And his team was like, yeah, we respect the NBA's decision. Like, his team didn't even try to defend nothing, which I don't know. Maybe in that situation, the team's only response is to be like, yep, okay.
They said he's not an essential part of the team. We're good.
Yeah. But 25 games without pay?
That's a long time.
That's a long time. And
a lot of games.
A lot of games. And he's got a lot of child support to pay. So, not that obviously I know he's going to be fine. Because I know people are going to be like, he is. But I'm just saying, you have to remember, he's supposed to be paying Jordan Craig $40K a month.
That's so much money.
Marley Nichols, I believe, is supposed to be getting 10. So right there, that's $50K a month in child support that he's supposed to be paying.
What?
Allegedly, reportedly.
That's a lot of money.
And we don't know. I don't know if him and I imagine him and Chloe have some sort of
like agreement.
Mm-hmm. I should
authorized by Chrissy.
Yeah, she doesn't need child support, obviously, but I'm sure they have to have an agreement because it's also not fair that everything fall on her either.
That's true. That's true. Just because she has a lot of money, no.
Yeah,
you do your part too.
You contributed 50% of the DNA. You can contribute 50% of the funds.
Fair.
Period.
Pay up.
Literally.
Well, I hope he has a good savings.
All of his kids should be living the same life. Just because he had 2 babies with, we actually got into an argument with Shambong Dave about this, you guys, back in the day. Because Shambong Dave was like, $40K for child support, that's crazy. And Courtney and I were like, that son deserves to live the exact same life. And Shambong Dave, obviously, initially, then he saw the error of his ways. He just heard the 40K number and was like, that's crazy. And we were like, it is crazy, but I think that's
your funds. You got it.
All the kids should be living the same life.
Everybody lives in the lap of luxury.
They are all your kids. They all share your DNA. Even Marley Nichols' kid, who you tried to deny.
$50,000.
That's like me, basic math, computing that.
He's got to do some brand deals.
Would you buy something that Tristan Thompson put his name
Absolutely on? Not. Absolutely not. Nor.
So I don't even know what brand deals he's gonna do.
You're right. Yeah, I don't know what Tristan was out.
Wow, if Courtney can't come up with a PR plan for you, you're struggling.
Yeah, what is he? Especially not now if you're embroiled in a scandal, like you know what I mean?
No, exactly. Exactly. Morality clause.
Like yeah.
Craziness.
Phooey.
Oh goodness. Okay, let's move on and talk about something a little bit lighter than Tristan Thompson. Selena Gomez and Betty Blanco, Courtney, they were spotted on a little Disneyland date night. They were seen trying to keep it very low key. They were on Midway Mania, which is the Toy Story ride. It's a little game. It's a great date night ride. They were very cuddly. The thing that people were commenting on, classic the internet. Not the fact that, Benny Blanco was a gentleman. He let her get into the ride first. He made sure she was settled. He was being the man. He's a little bit shorter than Selena. And people are like, I didn't know she was taller. He's shorter. Oh my God. Does that
Maddison,
matter?
really?
I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding.
I would have been like, y'all ain't even got no man. So how about that?
Literally.
Y'all are mad and musty on the internet typing with no man.
I did
Ain't
say
that sad?
when I was younger, I did genuinely think that people couldn't get married if the woman was taller, which is so
Wait,
silly.
what?
I mean, when I was like 5 and I would see people, okay, I would be like, oh, if the woman's taller, they can't get married. Obviously, my brain developed. But I feel like now that people get mad about that is so antiquated to feel that way.
Obviously, my brain developed.
Thank God. Also, I think it's because I'm 5 feet tall, and God is like, well, lucky for you, every man's going to be taller than you pretty much, so you're fine.
You're going to get married regardless.
You're going to get married. Well, Selena's doing a lot better than me in that department, so that's why I'm not saying ish about ish.
I'm glad that they're doing well, though. I like to hear positive reports about Selena and Benny, because people want them to break up for absolutely no reason besides the fact that they're haters.
Exactly, and I feel like we only heard negative things about them in the beginning, which is why whenever there's a little bit of positivity, which you guys know, Courtney and I love to get messy, but we also love a little positivity as well. Now, the other thing I wanted to discuss, because I do feel like sometimes she's a little headline hungry, Frontier Raisa conveniently made a comment about Selena and Benny. She was speaking to Us Magazine and confirmed that she's met him, that he's lovely, and that she, quote, loves them together.
They asked her?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because we know about the salsa collab, so what else are we going to ask Frontier?
About her love life. What's next for her?
I do think it would be annoying that everyone always asks you about Selena Gomez.
She said all PR is good PR.
I mean, at least
as long as they're asking me.
Yeah.
She said, I'll talk about Selena as long as y'all are. Keep asking me. Yeah, I'll come on camera.
Now she's like that, though. Remember a couple months ago, it was a different tune.
Yeah, it was a different
tune. Everything.
What's her, though?
Hunky-dory. But yeah, so I think that should solidify for people everything's good. Someone from the inside, quite literally, is saying they're Gucci. So let's let them be Gucci.
They're going to wind up having babies, watch.
I know. I think her and, dare I say, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm sorry. I was selfish and I did add them to the docket completely, 1,000% selfishly.
I love it.
Since you're a Chiefs fan now, I figured you wouldn't care that much.
They're going to the Super Bowl! Woo! Chiefs, 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 Chiefs.
We're going to the Super Bowl. Courtney, did you see? I know you did, but your initial reactions to seeing our girl, Miss Taylor Allison Swift, go on that football field, kiss her man, tell her man she loves him, be there with his parents. What were your thoughts?
This is so Americana coded. They are just they very much give high school sweetheart. He went to the NFL. We know that's not the story, but that's sort of I think that's why people are so interested in them. Non-Swiftie people, is just because it just seems and feels like this classic kind of movie, love story. And it's easy to sort of make up and imagine your own kind of backstory when you see them out there like that. She's obviously in love. He's obviously in love. And I like them together. They're a cute couple.
I think I have a problem because when I see videos of them, I literally am like, my two best friends are in love. I have a problem. I do.
Madison, you do not have a problem.
Courtney, I was up on Sunday night. My TikTok feed was all videos of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in shock that we were witnessing Taylor, someone who has kept every relationship so private. I think my brain could not comprehend the fact that she was being so just unequivocally her on the field, saying love you, kissing, not giving an F that the cameras are watching them.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, who is she and where has she been? Finally she has a secure man who can handle her. And I'm glad that people are starting to see this side of her because I feel like she had that negative reputation, so to speak, fingers crossed that's coming next, that people always are like, oh, she just dates guys to get songs. People still say that about her.
Yeah, and it's very annoying.
old
Yeah.
stereotype. So I think that's also why I'm so happy. I'm like, do you guys see that she is actually just so 1000% normal and has just been looking for an equal partner? She's not crazy. She's not the problem. Like, she has just been looking for someone who gives her the same energy, and she finally found it.
I think for me, I love that it just feels like she's being herself.
Yes.
You know, she's not running in and out of cars, hiding from the paparazzi flashes. Paparazzi flashes, can't talk. It just looks like she's living her life, and for whatever reason, we just happen to have a little peek inside of it, you know, and she's allowing us. I like it.
Thank
I
God.
love this
Yes.
era of out there Taylor.
Yes, and all of her friends get along with his friends. Like, Kelly Taylor's been posting like videos from inside the suite on TikTok. It's adorable. I never thought I'd see the
Aw.
day that Cara Delevingne is a football girly hanging out with Kansas Cityans in a suite. It's crazy. It's
Girl,
wild.
times are a changing.
Times are
I'm
changing.
going
I've never
all
been
games, and
happier.
Taylor is too.
Literally. Oh, you guys, if you did not see Courtney wearing his Chiefs attire at a football game, I have never been more proud than that moment.
What a
I
fun
was
day.
like,
Shout out to
wow.
my friend Jordan.
Yes, shout out to Jordan, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. The only sad Tayvis news I have is Travis confirmed he is not going to be at the Grammys with Taylor. He has to travel with the team. He has a job to do. You know what I mean? It's totally fine. He did say, you know, I wish I could be there to watch her win all of her awards. I have to travel. She gets it. But a source did confirm to Page 6, Courtney, that she is going to make that crazy travel from Tokyo to Las
Tokyo to the Super
Vegas
Bowl.
to be there.
How much time is she
So
gonna?
she literally has to leave right when the show ends. It's a 13-hour flight, but because of the time difference being 17 hours, she basically is like going back in time.
Whoa.
And she should be able to make it, I think, like 30 minutes before kickoff.
Whoa. She's gonna be tired.
She's gonna be tired, but that's
her
man.
man.
That's her man on
Wow.
the team. She's in love.
A
Obviously, we know
dedicated
that.
woman.
A dedicated
woman.
I will say I've been seeing the most funny tweets of Swifties being like, this is our first Super Bowl. Do we put an 87 on our hand? Do we do a 13? Are we crying? Are we laughing? What do we wear? And I'm
girl,
like,
in the TikTok shop, they're already gearing up with like the Travis and Taylor like merch for like Valentine's Day and stuff. They're getting ready.
I love it. I'm living for every single second of it. You guys, we root for the Chiefs. If you're a Swiftie, you're confused at what to do. You root for the Chiefs. You root for the Chiefs. You hope that Travis Kelce does what he needs to do, that Patrick Mahomes does what he needs to do. The whole team, our defense keeps defensing. That's what you need to do.
Defense.
Defense. Look at you. You are a football guy.
Yeah, even at the hockey game I went to, they were
oh my
like,
gosh, I forgot.
defense. Oh yeah, girl, I was up in the hockey game.
You have been a sports girly.
I'm in my sports era.
You are.
Basketball next. I'm going to see the Lakers.
Oh
no,
my,
not
wait,
really, but
no,
but I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting. Seeing the Lakers.
I was like, oh my God, when are you going to see the Lakers? That's crazy.
One day.
One day. No, absolutely. The last little piece of Taylor team, TMZ was reporting on TaylorCon. They thought that Taylor was filing trademarks to have a TaylorCon, but it's not. It's like a third party. They're doing this TaylorCon in Dallas. Taylor's not going to be there because she's not part of it. So I just needed to know, would you pay to go to a TaylorCon if Taylor Swift wasn't going to be there?
Absolutely not.
Okay, me neither.
Absolutely not. I thought
I was being a bad Swiftie, but I just wanted confirmation.
I'm like, are you going to Loverfest just to hear a DJ play the Taylor Swift songs and Taylor not going to be there? Absolutely not.
Not for money. I would go if it's free. Like
free and across town.
Free. Oh, yeah,
like imagine catching a flight for that.
Yes, that's true. That is true. I will say in Kansas City, since I'm going to be there already next week, they're opening this new like themed bar. I am going to that. I am.
Okay.
They have a drink called the Miss Americano, and it's like an espresso martini.
That sounds fun.
They have X's in a blanket, which is like pigs in a blanket.
Okay.
So I am doing that.
That sounds fun. Take pictures.
Obviously, but I'm going to be there already. So, and I guess I am paying for the food. So I guess
you would.
Everything I just said, I would, but not a whole weekend. I wouldn't travel to Dallas for 3 days to do a TaylorCon. If I'm already going to be in the destination and there happens to be a fun Swiftie event, I'll entertain.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different. So, okay. That makes me feel better. Okay, Courtney, let's go ahead and do our final segment of
Put it in the teapot.
Yes. Don't forget, you guys, you can comment on our video, you can DM us, or you can email us at toastedteapod with whatever you want to put in the teapot. And we
Or leave
will
a comment
read-
under the video.
Yes. Or leave a comment, and we will read it aloud with your name on the next episode. So,
Okay.
don't forget to do it. Do it now. If you're watching us, what are you
Do it
over?
now.
What are you mad about? Tell me.
Do it now.
Do it now. We're ready. We all have to vent. It really does help you get some things off your chest, you guys.
It does. I think it's fun.
It really does.
This week, I want to put in the teapot that it is never too late to change your job. I think that I've known too many people that have amazing abilities, amazing skills, and amazing personalities that feel sort of tethered to that banker job, that teacher job, what have you. And I think that it's very important to take a chance on yourself. I've been seeing a lot of comments online recently of people saying, I want to go after this career and I don't know where to start. I'm scared. Why not take the risk? Why not switch up your job? You never realize what you could be good at if you don't give yourself a chance to be bad at it first, right? We never really jump into anything already knowing the perfect way to do things. You suck at it a little bit, right? But once you practice and you figure out your own unique DNA way of doing it, you'll realize that, you have skills beyond the ones that you were just born with. So if you feel like you need to make a change, make that change. The bag could be bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I
People
love
be
that.
scared. Change your job.
Except
Who
now I'm
cares?
panicking, like, do you think I need to change my job?
No, Maddison Hill. You still keep talking trash about people.
No, I always say, I'm like, I don't even know what other job I would do. I don't know. Have you ever thought about that?
You would be a really good real estate agent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
I still feel like it's very people. I've also always said stylist. Like
I agree.
I would love to shop with other people's money.
You
Yeah.
would be good at that. You would be
I
good
would
at
be
that.
good at that. What would you do?
For me, I would probably be.
I think you'd be in music.
I would
You would do
either be in
something in the
music or
music.
I would probably run like an influencer management agency.
Which I think you still could.
Probably.
Manage
Yeah.
me. But you basically are managing me at this point. So you already
Madison,
have
we got to
one
get you the
client.
bag.
You already have one client. So I'm just saying, you basically are already double dipping. You're doing that.
Like I think I would be really, really good at that.
No, you would be amazing at that.
Thanks.
Amazing. Okay, the thing I want to put in the teapot this week is sweating the small stuff, because I obviously have been going through some things the past couple of weeks, and it is just yet another reminder that all of the little things that trip us up in our day that we get so upset about, and maybe this is just me, but if you're late or you're missing something, and we just let that sometimes totally torpedo our mood, to torpedo our day. And at the end of the day, we only have each other. We have our family, we have our friends, we have our health, and we need to focus on that. We need to stop sweating the things that don't matter. If someone is in your life and they're not serving you, good freaking bye. Life is so short. Tomorrow could be our last day. If you are Courtney, to your point, if you're in a job that is just not hitting, you have the savings, you can take the leap. Take the freaking leap, you guys. We need to stop sweating the small things. I can't express it enough. With every loss, I try to learn a lesson. And that is the one thing I'm reminding myself. We need to be thankful every day and live it to the fullest. It's cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason.
I know that's right, girl. You better preach. Preach on, preacher.
I feel better. See,
you feel better?
Guys,
you got it off your chest. You put it in the teapot, girl.
Yes, you guys, I'm not kidding. It's therapeutic. So leave whatever you want to put in the teapot in the comments, in an email, in a DM. Our ears and eyes are open. So
we want to talk to you.
Yes, we want to connect with our community always.
I love that name, community.
Me too. Okay, you guys, that is the end of this episode. Don't forget, on Wednesday, our exclusive and extensive interview with Tolu from Netflix's The Trust will be dropping. It is full of tea that y'all do not want to miss. I'm not kidding. The tea she spilled.
It was really good.
Chef's kiss, incredible.
She ate that.
Yes, make sure you are following us on all social media at Toasted Tea Pod. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're liking this video, make sure your notification bell is on. Also, make sure you're subscribed to us on Spotify. Don't forget to answer the Spotify poll as well. Also, make sure you're following me on all social media, Instagram and TikTok at I am Maddison Hill, Snapchat at Maddison Hill 93. Courtney knows how much it kills me that everything's not the same, but we're working through it, and I need the Snapchat followers, so Maddison Hill 93.
Follow
And
Maddison.
Courtney, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on TikTok and Twitter and Snapchat at Court Revolution, and on Instagram at Courtney Revolution. Bam.
Yes. You guys, thank you so much for listening, watching, being part of the best community on the internet, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.